Robbie out here. He's flying some cranes. He does know how to do Mattyflips, but you know, I figure practice is always good, and why not do a little bit of a Mattyflip tutorial, huh?
Oh yeah.
Get a little bit of the stick cam as well. You got the big sticks, the big fat juicy sticks. While I was walking around. Okay. Yeah, I know, huh?
I hate when I like can't remember if I.
Yeah. Did I press it or not? Did I press it or not?
I won't know until later. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, flippity dibbity dibbity. Matty cranes, Mattyflips, Matty flips and rolls. So the thing about, really, we're recording. Yep. All right. Let's go ahead and dictate. So the thing about doing these Matty type maneuvers. Whoa. Oh, the weight is a lot more different than usual. Okay. I'm used to doing a GoPro. So the thing about doing these Mattyflip maneuvers is that it's always good to use a very, very tall, high object. So these cranes are absolutely ideal because they give you a long time to fall, basically a long time to make mistakes. So the essence of the Mattyflip is you're gonna forward roll and keep an image of that crane right on the top of your camera, top portion of your camera, and just kind of follow it out. Now it's a combination of pitching forward as well as throttling, because in the power loop it's the exact opposite. You're pitching backward as well as throttling. Well, with the Matty kind of maneuver, you're doing the exact opposite of that. So you're just going to go over. Now we're going to try and lock into the top corner. See that crane's right there? And keep it right there, pitching forward and throttling around to make a nice sort of semicircle here. Let's try and get a little closer here. And it's all in the variation of that pitch and also making sure you have enough throttle to carry yourself out. And as always, try and smooth out your motions, and that's always good for video, right?
That's what I've heard.
Now it's kind of interesting because once you know that vector of your thrust, because it's kind of like shooting out of the top of your head like a unicorn horn, right? That's kind of a good way to imagine it. You're just kind of flying around, and then the unicorn horn's kind of flying, and it's like, okay, well, if I just throttle up, whoop! I didn't measure that right, but if I just throttle up at some point, I should be able to just head straight over it, because that's my unicorn horn. So if I'm just kind of flying around, pointing my unicorn horn around, all right, point it back at the ground, point it back at the air, nice and circular, you know? Just point that direction and add the throttle to where you need to be at. And then you can even add variations to sideways. Play with gravity. Diagonally. It's always good to do that, you know? It makes flying fun. Watch out for that cable right there. Switch over directions. Actually, let's bring this battery back. Like, where would you feel you are most uncomfortable with this trick, with this maneuver?
Definitely on the back side where I'm coming back with supposedly throttle, which I never have throttle on mine.
Okay, so it's like right when you flip over and you're kind of looking backwards and you gotta push the throttle, and it's like, I guess, judging the ground distance, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one good trick about that is use the visual cues of the bridge.
Of the crane?
Yes,
Okay.
of that crane. So
Gotcha.
you're gonna see, because like...
See it come away from me, maybe?
Exactly. Humans are
Okay.
very, very good at noticing differences. So you're gonna notice small cues, like noticing how small the triangles get,
Yeah.
whether they get smaller or bigger.
Yeah.
Notice the angle of that crane, and then using all those factors, and you'll use that to say like, okay, you need to kind of pitch forward and give it enough throttle. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go ahead and give it a shot.
Okay.
Whoa!
That's one way of doing it, right?
Hey now, flip cut for the edit.
That's right. Alright, so I come over the top.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. You know what? That's probably my smoothest one, honestly.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Keep it going, keep going. Pitch up, throttle up. There you go. Now you're noticing that distance to the ground.
Oh, there we go. I'm starting to get the feel of it now. Look at that. I pretend like I wasn't good. I'm good.
So So this isn't really much of a tutorial, more of like a swapping of Mattyflips from one person to the other.
Right.
Try some variations in the angle.
All right. Oh no, that feels weird.
There you go. Curl it around. Nice.
So this move I really like too. The little corkscrew action from the end right here. So if you can get it nice and smooth and continuous as you go forward.
Yeah.
And you gotta miss this part. There we go.
Nice. Now they move the crane farther away, so it's like harder to connect the two now.
Yeah, it is. I noticed that when I saw it. I was like, oh, it's
yeah.
farther away. You have to like jump way far. There we go. I'm making the jump.
Gotta do a big hop, swing on over, monkey bars. So, you know, a good thing to try is like sometimes when you do an S turn, you usually do like, you know, the S turn, you go over and you flip around.
Yeah.
Is to try this, like just matty it around, you know, like don't do the flip over, stay locked over and just like matty it around instead of S turning. You know?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, they're expecting an S turn, that's what they see, but then all of a sudden you just hang on to it and then it's like, oh, cojones.
Yeah, I've been practicing trying to like stay more inverted on some tricks.
Oh yeah. Just locking the hang time.
Yeah, just as like a good practice, because there's a lot of times where I'm like, oh, I wish I could just sit on that move a little bit longer, you know?
Oh yeah.
Before I start my, you know, move back or my safe move or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
A lot of that is just inertia and like flow and like knowing your hang time, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
5S helps with that too, because like you're pretty much just like, and then you're just hanging, you
ripping,
know?
yeah.
Exactly.
This battery's pretty much done. I'll take a little lap through the work here. Check out and see what they've been doing, right?